An elementary school's playground in Parlier is now completely destroyed due to arson. I'm Alexis Molina with the full story coming up next.
It's been a busy weekend in Selma. I'm Emma Ott. Stay tuned to hear the latest on events from the weekend, along with some footage on MyTV 53 News at 8.
Also tonight, Merced Community College evacuated today due to a suspicious device. Those stories and more next.
New, local, unique. MyTV 53 News at 8 starts right now.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the San Joaquin Valley's only 8 p.m. news. I'm Austin Reed. It is Monday, April the 17th. Hope you had a nice weekend. Our big story tonight is in Parlier, where one elementary school is without a playground tonight. Only for MyTV 53, reporter Alexis Molina spoke with the Parlier police chief about this earlier today. She's in Parlier with our top story.
Well, Austin, the fire broke out around 1 p.m. on Saturday at Cesar Chavez Elementary School, and the chief of police tells us that this was a big blaze. Take a look at the pictures of the scene. Parlier police officers, along with the fire department, responded to the playground and were able to extinguish the blaze. The investigation is ongoing, but the chief of police does have some potential suspects, and investigators do believe this was an arson.
A very unusual situation. You know, it's unfortunate because those playgrounds, they're for the kids. And now they don't have a playground to play on. So, yeah, it's a sad situation. It's very unfortunate. Certainly, it's not something we experience all the time. It's very uncommon.
Chief Serta also tells me that the playground equipment was worth between $65,000 to $150,000 and is now completely destroyed. Reporting in Parlier tonight, I'm Alexis Molina for MyTV 53 News at 8.
All right, Alexis, thank you for that. We have yet another fire to tell you about. It happened over the weekend. This in Fresno. On Sunday, the Fresno Fire Department was dispatched to respond to a commercial fire on East Olive Avenue. The fire occurred at an abandoned commercial office complex that had previously been the site of 2 fires earlier that year. Although the property had been fenced and boarded up, the fence had been breached and the back boards were not secure, providing access to the vacant building. Firefighters extinguished this fire from the outside of the building due to the extent of the fire and concerns about structural integrity of the building. The building had no electricity or gas connections. Nobody was hurt. Other news tonight, around 2:30 on Saturday, dispatchers with the Fresno County Sheriff's Office received multiple reports of a disturbance with gunshots at the intersection of Valentine and Princeton Avenues in Fresno. Deputies arrived and found a teenage boy down on the ground with gunshot wounds. He would later die. The young man is 16-year-old Nolan Chan of Clovis. He was a student of Sunnyside High School in Fresno. The preliminary investigation shows this was not a random shooting, and it was most likely gang-related. The people apparently involved knew each other and had some sort of feud. A short distance away on Valentine Avenue sits the Fresno Cambodian Buddhist Temple. Here, a large celebration was taking place with hundreds of guests this weekend, and there is a possibility, some of the people involved in that shooting ran away and into the event. Nobody else was hurt. Well, on Sunday, shortly before 5:30 p.m., Southwest Fresno Policing District officers were in the area of Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and Florence Avenue when they heard multiple gunshots near MLK Boulevard and California Avenue. When officers arrived in the area of where the gunfire was heard, they observed a white Nissan Altima exit a strip mall parking lot. When police attempted a traffic stop on the car, the vehicle fled and a pursuit was initiated. Officers observed the occupants discard 2 firearms out the window as they fled. Police were also able to stop the car, though, near the intersection of Church and Walnut Avenues, where they detained the 2 occupants. The driver has been identified as 39-year-old Fahim Mohammed and the passenger, 33-year-old Malcolm McCoy. 40-year-old Adavier Thomas, who had been struck by the gunfire, died. Detectives are currently reviewing additional video footage of the incident. New tonight from Visalia PD. Yesterday, officers responded to the 8000 block of West Riggin Avenue for an injury traffic collision. Upon arrival, officers learned that a male juvenile riding an ATV was struck by a Chevy truck. The juvenile was pronounced deceased at the scene. The Visalia Police Department traffic unit was asked to investigate this collision. The driver of the Chevrolet is cooperating with the investigation. Drugs or alcohol do not appear to be factors. Also on Sunday, but in Coalinga, the police department serving a search warrant in the 600 block of South Coalinga Street. The search warrant was served on 25-year-old Coalinga resident Samuel Kruger. Officers seized several electronic devices, which will be submitted to the Fresno Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force to retrieve electronic and digital evidence involving the man having unlawful sexual intercourse with a minor. Kruger was later transported and booked into the Fresno County Jail for charges of lewd and horrible acts with a minor and sodomy with a person under 16. Now to our big story in Merced. New tonight, a suspicious device was found around 11 a.m. today near the back of the Merced Community College main campus. Nobody was harmed, and the campus was closed out of an abundance of caution. The incident remains under investigation, and campus operations will resume as scheduled tomorrow, Tuesday, April the 18th. Also in Merced, and this just into the MyTV 53 newsroom. Late today, the Merced Police Department was notified that 10-year-old Anthony Duran passed away. He sustained injuries as a result of an incident on Wednesday, this last Wednesday, at Rockin' Jump over on West Main Street in Merced. Witnesses reported seeing the young boy playing basketball inside the establishment when he and another child got into a brief physical altercation. And finally tonight, in your first few minutes of nonstop news here at 8 o'clock, it was a very busy weekend in all of Selma. From an honor ride to remember fallen officer Gonzalo Carrasco Jr. to one of the largest Sikh parades in all of California. Reporter Emma Ott is covering it all for us tonight. She joins us from the News Center with this recap. Emma.
Hello, Austin. There has been a lot going on in Selma this weekend, starting with the honor ride for fallen officer Gonzalo Carrasco Jr. that happened on Saturday. More than 50 people rode horses through the city of Selma to participate in a cowboy honor ride celebrating the life of Officer Carrasco Jr. Law enforcement from around the valley took part in the event and say they will continue to celebrate Carrasco's sacrifice for months and years to come. Take a look at some of the footage from the ride. Really beautiful tribute to Gonzalo Carrasco there. The Selma Police Department is asking for donations from the public to start building a memorial for their fallen brother. Police Chief Rudy Alcarez says donations can be made out to the Selma Police Department directly. In other news from the weekend, thousands gathered around the city of Selma for the 26th annual Sikh Parade on Sunday. The entire community was invited to celebrate the Sikh culture with singing, dancing, prayer, and food. Roads were blocked off and streets were closed for the parade that took place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with over 5,000 volunteers and members of the community. The event marks the anniversary of the beginning of the Kausala, or baptized Sikhs. The parade in Selma is the biggest Sikh celebration in the state of California, and as you can see, many travel every year to our very own Central Valley to be a part of it. Speaking of annual events, Kingsburg held part of their 28th annual car show in Selma. The show started at the Selma Auto Mall on Friday and ended Saturday afternoon. The show was put on by the Kingsburg Chamber of Commerce and the Selma Auto Mall every year, and tons of people from around the valley were there to check out the old classics and hot rods. Take a look at some of the footage that we got from the show. One of our team members who shot the video footage at the show says he spoke to a photographer there, Johnson Kakutaki, who says he goes every year to photograph the cars. It's really nice to see our Central Valley community come together this weekend in the city of Selma. I'm Emma Ott reporting with MyTV 53 News at 8.
A lot happening in Selma over the weekend. Emma, thanks for that. It is Monday night. MyTV 53 News at 8 is just getting started. Still ahead, we turn to what's happening in Kern County for our viewers on KNXT. The County of Kern tonight marking the month of April as Grounded in Sleep Month, reporter Ali Soper explains. And later, can you guess which sport is one of the most popular right now across our country? We will explain. And it is a brand new week. How's it looking weather-wise? We've got your full weather forecast. New, local, unique. This is MyTV 53 News at 8. And as we leave you to break, check out these beauty shots from our partners at Stillwell News captured this weekend. We will be right back.
This is MyTV 53 News. New, local, unique with Austin Reed. You're watching MyTV 53 News at 8.
Hey, thanks so much for staying with us on this 17th of April. Now to our big stories in Kern County for our viewers on KNXT. A transformative urban greening project in Southeast Bakersfield has been awarded nearly $1.5 million in grant funding from the California Natural Resources Agency. The Citadel Urban Greening Project will bring more than 2,000 new trees and plants, improved lighting, a natural shade canopy for sidewalk users, and reactivate the field area at a 4.13 acre sump near the corner of East Bell Terrace and Citadel Street.
The Urban Greening Grants Program supports projects that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, decrease air and water pollution, or reduce the consumption of natural resources and energy while creating a sustainable community using natural and green infrastructure approaches.
Staying in the Bakersfield area and new tonight, the County of Kern is marking April as Grounded in Sleep Month. Reporter Ali Soper has all the details new tonight.
Now that the weather is warming up and we're seeing longer days, it's important now more than ever that we get enough rest. This month, Kern County Public Health and Kern Behavioral Health and Recovery Services are highlighting the importance of sleep as part of their Grounded in Health campaign. This years-long initiative is designed to help our residents find the balance and importance in taking care of both their physical and mental health. And all of it starts when our head hits the pillow.
Things like meditation, breathing activities, exercise, the things that we do during the day that help us manage stress and take care of ourselves are going to go a long way at night when we're trying to sleep.
We really need to think about where we sleep. Think about your bedroom at night and start thinking about, is it a good sleep environment? You want it to be dark, you want it to be cool if possible, and you want to remove any electronic devices. That's really hard for us, but that's highly recommended. You want to go to bed at the same time every evening if possible. Creating that routine is going to help you maximize your sleep. And then finally, you're going to want to reduce your alcohol intake, your caffeine intake, and eating heavy meals before bed.
Well, so much is happening when we're sleeping. Our brains are literally processing information and downloading and regenerating. Sleep is actually like fuel for our brain. So the correlation, everything resets, everything recharges in terms of all of our mental functions and our physical functions. And that's why sleep is so important to our overall health.
If you sleep good, you're feeling better. It's obviously going to improve your overall health, but you're going to have more energy during the day. And this is just going to help us live those more productive lives that we all want to live.
For more information on the benefits of sleep, how to achieve your best sleep environment, and to stay up to date with the Grounded in Health campaign, please visit kerngroundedinhealth.com.
Sleep is so important. That was Ali Soper reporting. Last night, I slept awful. I couldn't get to bed, and today I feel like I'm just dragging. Or it could just be Monday.
My TV 53 News continues with the Valley's local forecast.
You may think that I'm talking foolish. You've heard that I'm wild and I'm free. You may wonder how I can promise you now this love that I feel for you always will be. But you're not just time that I'm killing. I'm no longer one of those guys. As sure as I live, this love that I give is gonna be yours until the day that I die. Oh baby, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, I'll be happy to tell you again. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen.
Connect with Austin on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow, like, share at Austin Reed On Air.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, Sam's Club is celebrating its 40th birthday with discounts and limited edition birthday cake sundaes. This started just a couple days ago, as well as individual memberships for just $10. First-time members can purchase a membership for $10 or a plus membership, which includes free shipping, curbside pickup, and discounted same-day delivery for $70. The 40th birthday discounts take $40 off original prices. Club memberships are typically $50, and plus memberships are $110. In other business news tonight, a new tonight from the city of Fresno, in partnership with SoCalGas, PG&E, and SDG&E, Restaurants Care is now offering $5,000 in grants to independent restaurants. The spring application period is now open. It will close on May 7th. You can learn more about this on the City of Fresno's Facebook page. Well, in sports shorts tonight, did you know that pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the United States? It's simple and can be played in small spaces, very popular with all age groups, but not everybody is loving it. Maxim Mikhalsov from Voice of America reports.
Pickleball, indoors and outdoors, this paddle sport is growing across America. The number of pickleball players in the US grew by 159% between 2020 and 2022, according to the Sports and Fitness Industry Association. That totals nearly 9 million players. The hype is real, says Helen White, with the American Pickleball Association for Northern Virginia and Washington.
I just finished a week where I taught 15 classes, and that would be about 90 students. My youngest was about 7, my oldest was probably in their 80s. The courts are too crowded. When you have 20, 30, 40 people waiting to play on a court, that tells you something.
Pickleball is a kind of hybrid of tennis, ping pong, and badminton. The court is 2 times smaller than tennis courts, the net is low, and the ball moves much slower. Real estate professionals say more residential complexes are adding pickleball courts to attract buyers.
It doesn't take much financially to create a pickleball court. It's a lot cheaper than putting in a pool, a lot cheaper than maintaining a clubhouse, things like that. So it's financially viable, financially attractive, and more people get involved in it.
But there is one problem. When the paddle hits the ball, it makes a loud, whacking noise. Recently in Chicago, people living next door to a park with a pickleball court created a petition demanding that the court be removed. One of the signatories, John T., who wished to remain anonymous, told VOA that he lives with his wife and 2 daughters near the park.
Sometimes I feel trapped, like it's a beautiful day out, it's 70 degrees out, and we have our windows shut. And we can still hear it through the windows. We can't even take a nap, it's just relentless.
In an email to Voice of America, pickleball player Lisa Davis fought back, saying, quote, "This is not a children's park. It is ruled by the city of Chicago as a public park for all residents, regardless of race, age, or gender, to use." To help solve the problem, engineer Bob Anitich founded Pickleball Sound Mitigation, a company that researches and advises communities on ways to quiet the game. Maxim Moskalkov for VOA News, Washington.
I gotta be honest, but I feel like pickleball seems pretty hard, at least for me. We'll be right back. Hey, we have one final story for you. New tonight from Fresno State. It is official. The collar has been passed, and Victor E. Bulldog IV is now the 4th live mascot for the school. The ceremony was held over the weekend. PETA, however, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, made a statement online this weekend saying this is abuse of animals. I guess you'll have to decide. Final look at your forecast. The nice weather continues as we are now past that mid-mark here in April. Sunny skies, very comfortable temperatures. And that's going to do it for the news on this Monday. I'm Austin Reed, hoping your news is good news. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.